Hey guys, this is Justin back with an engineer's perspective, and today I'm going to talk about where you should start if you're going to get into hand sharpening, freehand sharpening. So, I've got a video that probably came out a little bit ago about which system is right for you and your pocket knives. But I said in that video that the answer is most certainly and will likely always be to learn how to freehand sharpen. So I know that can be a pretty daunting task, so I'm just going to give you a casual roadmap to follow in terms of learning how to freehand sharpen. So right off the bat, always an option is just to get an inexpensive knife, get a sharpening stone, and just start doing it. That is a 100% legit way to do it, and just, watch videos, do your homework, that sort of a thing. So I am 100% for that, but I understand that there's probably people who are more conservative than that, because that's kind of the well, duh kind of a thing. So I'm going to try to give you a roadmap that is going to help you a little bit more on the way. And what I think is probably the easiest and best way to start is going to be with this exact setup. But this is a Work Sharp guided bench sharpener, I think. I believe that's what it's called. Note the difference between this, which is an older style, and this is the newer style. I think right now, I've had this one for many years. This one I'm still testing. I think the old one is better right now. So I'm gonna stick with this old one, and we'll review this separate. So we're gonna look at the old one. So what does it come with? It comes with this nifty base, this holder. It comes with a 600 grit diamond plate and a 320 grit diamond plate. Comes with two guides, 20 degree and 17 degree guides, and then it also comes with like a ceramic thing that you can stick in here, and you can use that, but it puts a micro bevel on your knife, and you can use that, but I'm going to go ahead and say probably just skip it, personally speaking. But these two guys are going to be what you're doing your work on. So kind of the way it works here is on this guy, they've got what they call their pivot response technology. So as you're dragging the knife across, see how it moves with the curvature of your knife, so it helps you get that tip nice and easy. So you can start out using that, and then you can move this lock and it holds it steady for you so you can sharpen more normally. So you've got this thing to help you with the curvature, so that's nice. And then you've got the angle guides. And this is the important part, is just starting to develop that muscle memory. And then I think 20 and 17 are pretty good options. Personally, I wish it was 17 and 15, but hey, take what you can get. And this is the way to start right here. So just a quick demonstration. I've got my Leatherman Charge. I use the field sharpener on the Charge, or on my Leatherman, so that's at 20 degrees. And I want to make a note right here. So on your knife, there's going to be this angled part of the grind, the primary grind that goes down to the edge, this part. And typically, the angle that this is at is going to be between 1.5 to probably 3 degrees per side, maybe 4 degrees per side. So that means if I've got this set to 20 and this angle is 2 degrees per side, if I set it on that angle part, then I'm actually doing 22, because you have to add the per side to it. So note that when you're doing that. So see how on this Leatherman, you've got that flat part. If you want, you can pin it against the flat part to get a true 20 degree angle. So flat, see the difference there, that few degree difference? So if you want to follow that true thing than go it on the flat part. Then there's knives like Spyderco's, or if you do on the angle part, it's going to be 22. But if you've got this like bolster area and you just use that to reference it, then you're actually at 20 or 17. So just a note on that. But I've got the angle response or whatever set up. Just use it like this, and then you just put it on there. This is awkward with the camera. And you just drag it across and see how that follows my tip like that. And then do the other side. So just use that reference for the angle, and you pull it across. Just like that, easy enough. So follow the steps that I outlined in my earlier video on how to sharpen. And you just do that with the coarse grit, this grit, and then the next part. So you're gonna end up spending, I think, $60 for this setup. And then I highly recommend that you get a strop. And for beginner stroppers, just remember that harder is better. So what that means is I suggest you find a wood strop. So this is just some balsa wood with 3 micron CBN paste rubbed into it. So you just, oops, wrong blade, flip you around. So you just hold it in your hand like that. I just bought this balsa wood at Hobby Lobby, and you just strop, easy peasy. If you really want, you can set it on there. Get that off. And they've got a 22-degree stropping guide there, so you can do that if you want, but that's kind of silly. Just do it in your hand. So you just buy some balsa wood, or just pick up a paint stirrer and then strop on that. So it's going to be $60 for the system. You can get some inexpensive compound for 15 to 20 bucks. I suggest getting between 1 and 4 micron, either CBN or diamond. Any of those, be it pastes, emulsion, whatever. Just get yourself one of those, get yourself some wood, and you're good to go. So under 75, 80 bucks or so, you'll be set. And that's how you learn. You just use it. And once you start getting good results, you'll gain confidence. You can take the guides off and freehand it once per side that way. I do not recommend that style. Prone to inconsistency, but the way I switched over to using it was I would just set it like this, and I've got a video of me sharpening 10V and then just going like that on it. So sharpen many knives that way. So you get to start out with something that'll hold your hand like that, and you get to something that you can really do everything you need like this. So it's a system that'll grow with you. And yeah, holds your hand like that, but locks. So this is the best way to get into learning freehand sharpening, in my opinion. And then eventually graduate up to some sort of waterstone or diamond plate. And this is the next step in the journey, is to getting into these guys. And honestly, for most pocket knives, one of these and then a coarse one will really set you up really well. Having a coarse and a fine, coarse being around 300, fine being between 700 and 1,000 or so. And you could end there. You could live the rest of your life happy. If I could only have one stone, it'd be this King Neo, and I would be as happy as a pig in slop. So that's the roadmap. Start with that. Start removing the aiding features as you go. Graduate up to one of those. Wood strops are the way to go. And then one last leaving note is I did grab one of these DMT die folds. They do work well and they are inexpensive, but in terms of learning on these, mostly for holding it like this and sharpening in hand, I do not recommend that. Your road of learning will be paved with failures and very uneven sharpening, so I don't recommend learning on this. If you have to, then buy the WorkSharp Field Sharpener. It's got the guides on it. But this is how I recommend it because it's more capable than the field sharpener. So that's it. That's how I recommend you learn how to sharpen freehand. And once you're good with this one, then the world is your oyster. So yeah. All right, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one, guys. Bye.